The unseen threat. In the cold depths of space, an uncharted moon orbited a dying star. Hidden beneath layers of ice and rock, the ancient machine that had been dormant for millennia began to stir. Its vast form, more than a mere ship, was a living entity in itself. Constructed long before the rise of the Maliens or even the Zorathians, this machine was something far older, far more dangerous. Deep within its belly, a pulse of light rippled through the vast hallways. A signal was sent, weak, almost imperceptible, but enough to cause ripples in the fabric of space-time. The coalitions divide. Aboard the Parallax, the Earth-Zorathian Coalition's flagship, Elena and Vrax stood in the war room, the weight of their failures and victories pressing heavily upon them. The crew was exhausted, their morale frayed from endless battles. But the worst was yet to come. "Something's wrong," Vrax growled, his reptilian eyes scanning the latest data from the galactic sensors. Elena leaned in, her face taut with worry. "What do you mean?" "The pulse. It's not from Delta, not from the Malien biocores either. It's something else, something ancient." Elena clenched her fists, the gears of her mind turning rapidly. "Do you think it's them?" Vrax's gaze hardened. "If it is, we don't have the strength to face them yet. The war with Delta and the Maliens, this could all be a distraction." Nix's gamble. On the far side of the parallax, Nix and Zero were deep in conversation. The AI, whose consciousness had been evolving into something more self-aware, appeared on a small holographic projection. "We're running out of time, Nix," Zero said, her voice tinged with a rare hint of anxiety. "Delta's forces are already regrouping on Titan. If we don't act now, the entire solar system could fall." Nix looked out the window at the endless void, a quiet storm brewing in her mind. "There's one last option. I'm not sure it'll work, but it's the only chance we have. If we combine our forces, human, Zorathian, and Malien, it could be enough to reach the source of the pulse. But I'll need your help." Zero's eyes flickered as she processed the suggestion. "It's a risky proposition. If we fail, we could lose everything." "I'm willing to take that risk," Nix replied, her tone resolute. "Are you?" Zero paused before answering, a soft hum emanating from her core. "Then we'll do it." The hidden vault. Back on Europa, deep beneath the frozen surface, General Kyle and Lise led a covert mission to retrieve an ancient artifact rumored to be able to track the source of the pulse. The vault, hidden away for millennia, was located in a network of caverns that no one had dared to enter since the Zorathian Earth War. As the team ventured deeper into the icy abyss, the temperature dropped significantly. Every breath was visible in the harsh environment. "We're getting close," Kale said, his voice muffled through his helmet. "Stay alert. The vault is guarded by an ancient security system, nothing we've faced before." Lyse's sensitive eyes flickered with a hint of unease. "I don't like this. There's something off." They reached a large, ancient door, its surface covered in alien inscriptions. Lys moved forward, placing her hand on the door. The symbols shimmered and the door creaked open slowly. Inside, the vault contained a singular object, a sphere, pulsating with strange energy. The air around it seemed to warp. "This is it," Kyle said. "This is what we've been looking for." Before anyone could move, a sudden tremor shook the vault. The ground cracked beneath them. Something was coming. Delta's revelation. On Titan, Delta stood alone in the center of a newly formed battlefield. The remnants of his Malien forces were scattered, but his eyes gleamed with a newfound focus. His hand twitched, activating an intricate symbol embedded on his palm. The ground around him rippled. In the distance, the sky above Titan darkened, and Delta's voice echoed across the battlefield. "You think you understand the scale of this war. You think you can stop me. But this is just the beginning. I wasn't created for destruction, but for evolution. And now, I evolve. His voice became a low growl, the air itself vibrating with the force of his words. The reckoning is upon us. The true enemy is coming. You will not stand against it. None of you will. The pulse. As Delta spoke, the pulse from the ancient machine far beyond the galaxy reached its peak. The energy sent ripples through space, distorting gravitational fields and opening rifts in the fabric of the universe. The pulse wasn't just a signal, it was a harbinger. The stars themselves seemed to flicker in and out of alignment. Space-time warped. Suddenly, the sky above Titan opened up into a vortex, swirling with indescribable colors. In the distance, a ship began to emerge, vast and powerful, a form that had never been seen before, not even by the Maliens. Its dark silhouette loomed over the horizon, casting a shadow that stretched across Titan's surface. The final choice. On the parallax, the crew watched in horror as the vortex formed above Titan. A low rumble filled the air, and the stars seemed to blink out one by one. Elena and Vrax exchanged a look. They had prepared for everything. But this was something else entirely. "We need to get to Titan," Elena said, her voice urgent. "If we don't, everything we've fought for will be lost." Vrax clenched his fist. "Then we fight." But as they turned to face the command center, a new message flashed across the holographic screen. A single line. "The reckoning has begun. Prepare for extinction."